Roseburg football coming at you tonight here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We are in Salem, where tonight the Roseburg Indians take on the South Salem Saxons. We're about 30 minutes away from the kickoff to tonight's ball game, a 7:15 start. They had some soccer action going on here at South Salem when we arrived at the field. They wrapped things up. South Salem picking up a victory over Sprague in that one. And now we get ready for the football game tonight, a busy night here on the turf at South Salem High School. Coming into the matchup, the Roseburg Indians are 1-5 on the season, 0-4 in Special District 1 play. On the other side, the South Salem Saxons come in at 6-0 on the season, 4-0 in conference play. Roseburg will look to try and hand the Saxons their first loss of the season. We'll see how things go tonight for the Tribe, but they'll be up against it once again for a third consecutive week. The Roseburg Indians take on a team in first place in the conference standings. South Salem right now tied with North Medford and Sheldon. All of those teams are 4-0 in conference play. Roseburg 2 weeks ago took on Sheldon in Eugene, losing against the Irish. Last week it was North Medford at home at Finlay Field, and it was a tight battle to the fourth quarter when things kind of fell apart for the Roseburg Indians, and North Medford able to pull away for the victory. Tonight, South Salem coming in one of the highest scoring offenses in 6A football. South Salem averaging 32.3 points per game this year, and that is actually, that's not correct. I think I might have forgotten to update some of those numbers there, or maybe I didn't. I'm not sure why that says that, because I'm pretty sure they're over 40 points per game this season for the Saxons, so I think I might have just messed up that number there just a little bit. But nonetheless, we know that they are one of the highest scoring offenses in 6A football this season. And so it's going to be a tough task tonight as the Roseburg defense will face Ethan Palmatier, a senior quarterback transferred back here to South Salem for his senior year. Comes in with 21 touchdown passes, 1 interception on the season, has thrown for almost 2,000 yards through the air already this year. Defensive backs going to get a workout here tonight, and we'll see if they can keep up for 4 quarters against South Salem. Conditions, overcast. Sun is definitely down, so we are in the cool evening. It feels like football weather here tonight. We were experiencing plenty of rain on the way up. The moisture was out for sure, but as we got into Salem, things kind of started drying up on us. We'll see if that continues to be the case the rest of the night. Looks like Salem had gotten hit by some precipitation before we got into town. The grandstands are definitely damp. Been seeing plenty of people bringing out the towels to wipe off the seats to make sure they've got a safe play or a dry place to be able to hang out and watch tonight's ball game. But we'll see if those rains hold off the rest of this evening for the ball game. That's actually something I think would favor Roseburg in a matchup against a team like South Salem that likes to throw the ball a lot. Maybe some poorer conditions. Maybe if the winds kick up, that might help out Roseburg, a team that's more than willing to try and ground and pound and looking to try and put some pressure on the quarterback here tonight. So we'll see how the weather plays out for us. It's definitely cool, but it's comfortable, and it is at the moment not raining here in Salem. As we continue our countdown to kickoff tonight, 7:15, we are now about 25 minutes away from the start of tonight's ball game. We are going to get a chance to hear from a couple of Roseburg players. We heard from Brody Robinson during the Friday night pregame show here on the Score. It was nice to get a chance to go a little bit more in depth with one of the Roseburg players this evening. Don't always get a chance to do that. I talked to a lot of players from other teams around the area, but tonight we focused on Roseburg and got a chance to talk with Brody Robinson. Good conversation there. Nice to get to know a little bit more about that young man. This evening before the game, we're going to get an opportunity to talk with a couple of players. Dylan Bradfield and Nick Parrish join us here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Roseburg Disposal, you can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. That's Roseburg Disposal. So we'll have that interview with those two players coming up for you here in just a few moments as we get ready for this matchup. Roseburg coming in looking to try and get in the win column for a second time this season, but they've got another tough test in South Salem coming up. Also, before we kick things off tonight, we'll take a look at the matchups going on around the conference and see what's going on there. There's some big contests going on in the conference here tonight, so we'll check in on the standings and what matchups are going on for other teams in the Special District 1 1 standings. We'll get that for you here as we got a lot of time to cover a lot of topics gearing up for tonight's football. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, and we will come back. I want to remind everybody that tonight's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. It's presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. Head to YouTube and search 1490 The Score. You'll find our broadcast going live there. And if you've got YouTube on your smart TV or any of your streaming devices, you can put it up on the big screen and watch it from home and enjoy the broadcast with us there. So, and if you are on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can follow 1490 The Score on Roseburg High Sports throughout this school year. Let's take that 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get an opportunity to hear from a couple of Roseburg players. Dylan Bradfield and Nick Parrish will be joining us as we count down to kickoff tonight here at South Salem High School on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
And number 88, junior Caden Luther.
When you get tired of them, let me know.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Tonight, the Roseburg Indians are on the road taking on the South Salem Saxons as we continue league play. Tonight, we've got a bit of a special opportunity to catch up with a couple of players here in the pregame show. Joining me, Nick Parrish and Dylan Bradfield. Guys, Nick, how's the bus ride up? This is one of the longest league matchups you guys got a chance to go on. How'd you guys do on the bus?
It was all right. It was a little cold, but I was ready.
Those buses don't have heat or even air conditioning.
They do. It's just those windows don't close up all the way. It's getting tough. But I was warm. I kept warm.
It was all right. All right. Getting off the bus, Dylan, what'd you feel about the way the team felt coming off the bus? You guys got an opportunity once again to go up against a top-notch caliber team. How you guys feeling as you got off the bus and got the locker room?
I think we're feeling great. No, it's a great day out here. The weather's absolutely perfect. It's not raining, but it's not too hot. It's great out here. I'm just ready to play.
This feels like football weather to me. This is the kind of stuff I love playing in. I was driving up. I'm sure you guys noticed that the rain was just nonstop. I don't know about you, but with a team that wants to throw the ball, I felt like the rain was perfect. Were you thinking that might be a good night for Roseburg if it kept coming down like that?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to give us advantage, especially with a team that's going to pass the ball, 90% of the time, So, we just got to, when they do get those runs, we got to make sure that we stop them, make sure that we, hold our stopping, and we get them to, hopefully not scoring touchdowns. So.
That's the goal here tonight. Talking with Nick Parrish and Dylan Bradfield from Roseburg. You guys both, some of the guys that get in the backfield a lot, and tonight facing a guy that's going to want to sit back there and pass, but we know he can run too. Nick, you're going to probably be responsible in trying to make sure that their quarterback doesn't get a chance to be too successful tonight. What's kind of the game plan defensively against Ethan Palmatier?
I'm not really too sure, honestly. Yeah. The coach just told me to play. I'm not too positive.
Okay.
Just, I don't know, full speed, make sure nothing gets outside of me.
Gotcha. Try and track him down. And Dylan, you've last week you guys got a chance to kind of harass the quarterback for North Medford. You know, when you're in there, what's successful? What makes it successful for you on the defensive line? You know, is it a specific move, specific style? What are you trying to do to set up success out there on the field at the defensive line?
Definitely just the guys that we have up there. You know, Nick getting out there with his speed, he's definitely going to get by those guys pretty quick, and he's going to get in the backfield. So, you know, with how much they do passing, they're probably not got a whole lot of time in the pocket for that quarterback. So, you know, hopefully we'll see how their linemen do, but I definitely think we got them.
A couple of weeks left here in the regular season for you guys. Nick, kind of what are you looking forward to over the next couple of weeks as this season starts winding down here?
I don't know. I'm ready to go to playoffs. That's my goal right there. It's been fun. I really need it to last a little longer, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are going to need to pick up a couple of wins down the stretch here. It starts tonight against South Salem, and we're getting a chance to catch up with Dylan Bradfield and Nick Parrish here. Guys, really appreciate the time. Best of luck out there tonight, and thanks so much for joining me here in the pregame show.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That was Nick Parrish there and Dylan Bradfield joining us here in the pregame show as we count down to kickoff here. Appreciate those guys joining us as we get ready for Roseburg and South Salem. Taking a look at the matchup here and where these two teams were last at for South Salem. They're coming off of a 62-0 victory on the road against McNary last week. South Salem leading that one 42-0 at halftime as the game got a little out of hand there against McNary, a team that is winless on the season. South Salem ran for 86 yards and 3 touchdowns, passed for 421 and 6 TDs. The defense had 10 sacks in that game. We just heard the PA announcer say that South Salem has the current state sack leader in junior Hatimu Latisi, a first-team all-conference selection last year, and he'll definitely be one to watch on the defensive line for this Saxons team. The Saxons did graduate quite a bit from last year's team that competed for the conference title, made it into the first round of the playoffs, but was knocked out in a 48-6 loss at Sherwood. They ended up finishing tied for second with North Medford last year after going 8-2 on the year. They graduated 7 all-conference offensive players from last year, 2 from the first team, 2 from the second team, and 3 honorable mention players from a year ago. Senior quarterback Dashel Smith was a first-team all-leaguer. He threw for 2,800 yards and 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions last year. Now playing at Southern Oregon, he's been in 2 games but only has 1 pass attempt so far in his freshman year. Senior Zach Wustig last year was a first-team all-leaguer. He's playing for Portland State right now. Looks like he's playing defense mainly. He was a big-time offensive weapon as well as a defensive weapon in the secondary, and he has played in some big games for Portland State against the University of Oregon and Wyoming. So Wustig has gotten a couple of big-time performances. He's gotten a chance to get into some big games there for the Vikings. This South Salem offense, they'll run an air raid offense. Nearly 2/3 of their yardage comes from the passing game. As we mentioned, senior quarterback Ethan Palmatier has thrown for 1,919 yards. He's averaging 319 yards a game, 74% completion percentage, and he's got 21 touchdowns and just 1 interception. That's the only turnover this season for the Saxons, as they've been very good with the football. I was saying that Palmatier is having maybe even a better year than what Dashel Smith had last season. He's at least been more protective of the football, only turning it over the one time. He's been a dual-threat quarterback. He also leads the team in rushing. He's got 430 yards on the ground for 6 touchdowns in there as well. So we'll see what the senior quarterback has for the Saxons here tonight. I have been told, and I meant to do some research on this, but I didn't get an opportunity to do so, but I have been told, I believe that Ethan Palmatier has some roots in Roseburg. I think I heard that possibly his father once grew up in Roseburg and maybe played for the Roseburg Indians when he was a high schooler. So I think there are some connections to Roseburg there for the starting quarterback for the South Salem Saxons, and kind of a cool thing there. It's kind of fun. We've had that from time to time. I remember going to cover Roseburg sports at South Salem at South Eugene years ago, and getting word, running into the grandparents of Bryce Betcher and his parents, or his dad, playing football for Roseburg back in the day, and running into his grandparents in Cottage Grove at the McDonald's there, and they gave me some information about that. It was kind of cool, and now it's cool to see that Bryce Betcher playing football and baseball for the Oregon Ducks and having plenty of success doing all of that. So it's kind of cool when you see the roots that have spread from Roseburg around the state of Oregon. As for Roseburg, last week, as the marching band will come out onto the field here, it is homecoming night for South Salem, and we are counting down to kickoff here. For Roseburg last week, they ended up falling to North Medford 30-9. North Medford led 14-9 entering the fourth quarter. RHS had a muffed punt turnover that led to a North Medford touchdown to make it 21-9 early in the fourth quarter, and from there just kind of the wheels fell off for Roseburg. They had a bad snap that led to a safety on the first play of their next drive, and that made it 23-9. Then North Medford would get the ball, but they would be forced to punt on that drive. But then Roseburg, after that punt, they got it, and they would fumble the snap and turn it back over to North Medford. And North Medford would score to take a 30-9 lead, and that is your final score. Let's go ahead and take another 2-minute break here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. We'll come back from South Salem High School on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on The Score.
This broadcast is presented by
Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union,
Roseburg Honda,
BTB Moving, Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, and also by Dr. Ullinson Randall, DC Farmers Co-op, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Roseburg Disposal,
Tim's Appliance and Mattress,
Abby's Pizza, and Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair.
Well, we had a great rendition of the national anthem from the South Salem Marching Band as they will make their way off the field. We're getting closer and closer to kickoff here. About 10 minutes to go before we get this one underway. Again, it is a 7:15 scheduled start time here in Salem after they had varsity soccer just a little while ago. Before we get back into the action, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg football here on The Score. Joey Keyran here with you in Salem. Joining me tonight in the booth, Jacob Lindsay helping out with the video production. Back in the studio, Maddie Wormwood is helping out with the radio production for us here this evening. As we get ready for the contest, Roseburg in the locker room right now. A quick note here, and want to make at least everyone aware, but we'll move on it quickly. Coach Heiberger and Coach Jeff Freeman not with the team here tonight, so we will see how things can go for the rest of the coaching staff. But just to let everybody know there, that is a part of what's happening here this evening at South Salem High School. Roseburg looking to try and build off of a strong defensive effort last week. They were able to hold North Medford in check. That North Medford team is in action tonight in Eugene, and this is going to be one of the big matchups that are coming up here tonight around the conference here this evening. North Medford is in Eugene to take on the Sheldon Irish, so the three-way tie we currently have for first place in the conference, well, that's going to be broken here tonight. North Medford and Sheldon squaring off. That one just getting underway at the top of the hour. And I'm intrigued to see how that one plays out. North Medford last week, they were banged up. They definitely took some lumps throughout that one last week, and we'll see how many of their guys able to make it back and be available for this week, because they lost a few guys, including their all-star stud, A.J. Pugliano, the tight end, not there a week ago. Or after the first half, he was out in street clothes. So we'll see. I know they had a couple other guys that got banged up. Roseburg had some guys banged up. They've got a large squad with them here tonight, as they will fill the sideline on the far side away from us here at the press box of South Salem High School. But they've got a number of guys in street clothes in their jerseys tonight. Unfortunate, you get to this point in the season, and everybody's dealing with bumps and bruises, and so we see how things go from there. Getting ready for the teams to make their way out of the tunnel. Taking a look at the rest of the matchups around the conference here tonight. North Medford at Sheldon. We told you about that. Grants Pass is on the road at South Medford, down at Spiegelberg tonight at 7 o'clock. They just got things underway. North Salem is hosting Sprague here tonight. That's across town. And you've also got McNary at home against West Salem here tonight as well. That one just about to get underway at 7:15 as well. Around the rest of the county, let's take a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update. North Valley and Douglas kicking off not that long ago in Winston. Sutherland is hosting Phoenix. You can tune in for that game on I-101 FM right now. South Umpqua on the road at Coquille, and a big matchup for the Lancers there. They definitely need to come away with a win there to keep their hopes of the postseason alive. Oakland is on the road at Bandon in a top 10 matchup in the the 2A coaches poll. Oakland ranked number 5, Bandon Pacific ranked number 7, although Bandon Pacific coming off of back-to-back losses. They lost last week against Illinois Valley, which is on the road at North Douglas Yoncalla tonight. Big matchup there for the War Eagles as they look to try and stay in the playoff hunt. Glide and Reedsport, competitive matchup, I hope, tonight. They're in Glide for those two Douglas County teams. Earlier this afternoon, and we'll try to hunt down some scores for you, but Riddle at Powers, Elkton and Northlake squaring off in a huge matchup there, and Glendale at Days Creek. That is a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard. We will have a look at scores throughout tonight's ballgame, so stay tuned for all of that. Looks like they're having some fun with, I was going to say, a kind of a pink out night maybe. It looks like a lot of pink out there. It is October, so a lot of student sections will do the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There's also some young men in some suits out there, and those are probably part of the homecoming court tonight here for South Salem. For Roseburg, they've got 3 games left on the regular season schedule. Again, we are waiting for the 7:15 kickoff here tonight, so a bit of an extended pregame show for you. We might get Barbie theme tonight. That would add to why we have all the pink out there. For Roseburg, 3 games left on the schedule tonight here at South Salem. Next week, we are at home for Roseburg's homecoming night. It'll be against South Medford, and then they finish out the regular season at Grants Pass coming up October 27th. So looking forward to the next couple of weeks here as we're to the final third of the schedule. Cannot believe that we have gotten this far in the season already. I believe we've got to get in one more of our pregame show breaks. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. So why don't we go ahead and get in our final pregame show break. When we come back, we'll have just a few minutes to go before we kick this one off, as Roseberg has come out of the locker room on a comfortable night here in Salem, the state capital. We are looking for Roseburg to come out fired up against the Saxons here tonight. We'll go ahead and take the 2-minute timeout and come back with the start to tonight's ballgame. Roseburg and South Salem kicking off in just a few moments on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Mountain Mike's, pizza the way it ought to be.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseberg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Just about getting things underway. Roseburg with their senior captains out and ready for the coin toss. South Salem still hanging out in the locker room at the moment. Brogan Rackley, Nick Parrish, Jeremiah LaPrey, and Dylan Bradfield out there ready for the coin toss, getting ready to head to midfield with tonight's officiating crew. Joey Kieran here with you in Salem. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we've got college football on the radio for you. Tomorrow, you've got the huge couple of top 25 showdowns on the radio for you. We start off with the huge showdown in Seattle, where the Oregon Ducks are taking on the Washington Huskies. Number 7 Washington, number 8 Oregon, and they will kick off at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Pre-game coverage starts at 10:30 a.m. on News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN. Here on the score, you'll have Oregon State football. They kick off at 5, and pregame starts at 3 here on the score, as the South Salem Saxons will come through the tunnel, and the captains will head out towards midfield for it as well. Tomorrow, the Beavers, they've got a top 25 showdown. Number 15 Oregon State against number 19 UCLA in Corvallis at Research Stadium. That should be another good matchup. Oregon and Washington, Oregon State and UCLA. A lot of good football coming up tomorrow in college football, and it involves the state of Oregon. They've got some of the biggest matchups going on in the country coming up tomorrow. But you can tune in starting at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here on the score for the pregame, and kickoff at 5 o'clock for the Beavers. Coin toss happening out at midfield. We'll find out what the result of that is. Let's take a look at our forecast here as we get ready for kickoff. 54 degrees here in Salem. Thankfully, we are in the luxurious press box here at South Salem High School. It does say that there is a bit of a drizzle. It looks like maybe a chance for precipitation picking up as we make our way towards the 8 o'clock hour, so we'll keep an eye on that here coming up. The coin has been flipped in the air. And it looks like South Salem wins the toss and defers, so we'll see what Roseburg decides to do with the football here to kick off this evening's contest. So Roseburg's going to receive. They'll be moving right to left on your radio dial, so we'll see how that goes, and we're just about to get this one underway. So Roseburg will start with the offense on the field. We'll see how they line this up. We've seen a combination of Owen Bentia and Corey Kimball out there. The junior Bentia completing 53% of his passes, 800 yards on the nose, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions this season. Corey Kimball, the sophomore, has completed 66% of his passes, 21 for 32 on the year for 235 yards, 3 scores, and 1 interception. We'll see how they decide to start this one off here tonight. But first out will be the kick return team for Roseburg. We've seen a little bit of a few different guys back there to return the football for the Tribe this season. Brogan Rackley will be one of the 3 return men, same with Caden Eckel and Brody Robinson. Good to see Eckel out there. He got kind of banged up on a punt return last week. Glad to see the senior getting a chance to get back out there. He's averaging 23.3 yards on his returns this season. Brogan Rackley, 21.5. They're leading the way in the return game for the Tribe. Looking to kick this one away will be, it's not your prototypical kicker, Nathan Segura Coley, the junior, 6 foot, 240 pounds, but he's got a leg behind him. He's also their place kicker. He's 2 for 2 on the season on field goals, 40 yards for his longest of the year. He'll boot this one away. A toe punt goes off the hands of St. Clair down to the 15-yard line, picked up by Robinson. He weaves his way up the numbers, and he will make his way out to the 24-yard line on the return. And Roseburg will start with the offense as they head out onto the field. So they'll actually spot him down at the 23 on the return for Brody Robinson. Offense out there, a little banged up. Owen Bentia will be the quarterback for Roseburg to start out the night here tonight. Bradfield at left tackle, George Gibby at left guard, Mateo Reynaga at center, Jack Banna at right guard, and I think it's Will Gaithers at right tackle. We'll double check on that one. First snap, handoff to Caden Eckel. He'll run up the hash marks on the right side of the field, gains a decent amount of yardage on first down to the 26. A pickup of 3 for the senior Caden Eckel. It'll be second down and a long 6 for the Indians. No, it's Carson Tyler, at the right tackle position. The offensive line for Roseburg tonight has been dealing with a couple of injuries to A.J. Baker and Brayson Parker, both out tonight. Caden Austin, Brody Robinson, and McLean Stedman on the left side of the formation. They move Austin in motion from left to right. Turn, handed off to Eckel. He gets swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for a gain of 1. I believe Carter Elliott, the senior, 6'4", 260, getting in on that stop for South Salem. And the football out to the 27. Only a pickup of 1 for Eckel on second and long. It's now third down. Roseburg's got to get it to the 33, 6 yards to go. Akers will come out of the game. Maverick Akers had been in the backfield, I think, on that last carry, actually. So I gave it to Eckel. I believe it was Akers on that carry. Austin moves in motion from right to left. In shotgun for Bentia, looking to pass. Goes, he had his man open. It was Stedman, but the throw behind him off his fingertips as he tried to reach back would have been good for the first down if he could have secured it. But the pass to the left side just off the mark for Bentia. And it is fourth down and long for Roseburg, and the punt unit will come out. Ramel Luster going deep to return, along with Esteban Mendez, as Jacob Michael will get a nice boot away. Goes through the hands for Mendez, still on the ground. That ball's loose, sliding in there for Roseberg. And they won't get there in time as Mendez does come away with the football, but he loses yardage back inside the 30 on that quick punt there by the Tribe. Roseberg kind of catching South Salem a little out of position. They'll start with the football at their own 28-yard line. And they will have 10:21 to go here on the first quarter. I know fans asking last week about the camera, no clock on the video stream this year, or this last couple of weeks. We had some equipment changes, and I'm still working on getting that all fixed up and having that second camera for the time for everybody. I miss it too. Looking to pass on first down. Paul Mateer is going to tuck it and run. The pocket collapsed on him. He was back there for a while, but he has got some great legs, and he takes off on first down, and he will move the chains on the first carry of the night for South Salem. The quarterback, Ethan Palmatier, out to the 38-yard line. It was a pickup of 10 for the senior QB. He'll drop looking to pass again. Over the middle, he gets wrapped up in the backfield, and it's Caden Luther that comes through with the tackle for Roseberg. And the Tribe will have a sack on 1st and 10 and bring down Paul Mateer in the backfield. They'll move quickly. Caden Luther with the tackle back to the 32-yard line. It was a loss of 6. Paul Mateer throw over the middle off the mark. And incomplete for Paul Mateer, and it's now 3rd down and long. After the sack and the incompletion, Caden Luther gets in there. Came in with just half a sack on the season, gets his first full sack as he was able to come around the edge and wrap up Paul Mateer. It's now 3rd down and 17 for the Saxons. 9:40 to go as they spread out trips to the far side of the field. Looking to his left, Paul Mateer. Some time back there now, flushed out. He's throwing down the near sideline. A big grab on the near sideline. Hauling it in over Brody Robinson is Jacob Nemechek. The senior 6'4", will move the chains on 3rd down and long. And that was just a scramble drill. They put the ball at the 50. That's a pickup of 18 through the air. Quickly back to it. Pass out in the flats on the far side. Tackle made. And this South Salem offense wants to move quick. Pass takes them into Roseburg territory. They spot the football at the 46. A pickup of 4. Man in motion. They dump it into the backfield. That's a backwards lateral. It'll be a run. And on the carry, a 1st down. That is Eli Johnson. So Johnson will move the chains as South Salem marching into Roseburg territory. The football will go down to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 10 for Johnson. 1st and 10, looking to pass again. Paul Mateer to his left, slings it out that way, has a man open in the zone. Catch made, wrestled down. Paxton Burke making the catch at the 25, and it's another 1st down on the pass. That's an 11-yard connection. Pass out in the flats once again. This is a forward pass, weaving his way through the defense. The catch made. And that is Noah Scherer on the catch. And the 1st down goes to the 12-yard line, a pickup of 13. Paul Mateer throws over the middle. That's Esteban Mendez with the catch. Mendez will take it down to the 4-yard line, picking up 8. And it is 2nd down and a couple of yards. It's a carry for Paul Mateer. He will stroll into the end zone for a touchdown, methodically moving down the field. A surgical approach. And a 4-yard touchdown run for Ethan Palmatier will put South Salem in front, 6-0. Quick march down the field, 8:03 to go. That one taking 2 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock for the Saxons. They'll set up with the whole offensive line to the left side, throw to the end zone, catch made for the 2-point conversion. And that is Mendez to Greer for the 2-point catch. And it is 8-0 South Salem in front. Let's catch our breath after a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The first Cascade branch opened in 1948. Things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Robinson, Rackley, and Eckel back to receive.
Catch our breath there. That was a quick opening drive for the South Salem Saxons. Their no-huddle offense is definitely likes to go fast. Kickoff away for the Saxons to the 15, taken by Rackley. He'll cut it back out to the numbers at the sidelines. He will make his way up, and he is shoved across the sideline into the padding on the narrow sidelines here at South Salem High School. Nice return there by Rackley. He'll take it out to the 38-yard line. Roseburg will have the football for a second time with 7:56 to go here in this first quarter. 8-0 the score after the quick drive by South Salem. Roseburg with the football back. It'll be Bentia in the backfield with Eckel to his left, about a yard in front of him in shotgun. Trips to the wide side of the field, right side of the formation for the Indians. Looking to pass. Bentia steps up in the pocket, runs right into one of the D linemen. Coming up with a stop for South Salem, Nathan Segura-Coley with the tackle for loss. Back to the 34-yard line, a loss of 4 for the Tribe. Second down and 14 for Roseburg. Roseburg will huddle up, and that was one of the things I talked about on the air earlier today, is if Roseburg can keep their offense on the field and take some time doing it, obviously the more time they can keep South Salem's offense off the field, that'll be helping out the defense. Robinson moves in motion, looking to pass. Quick pass on the slant route. It's caught by Austin. The ball came out, but Austin does jump back on top of it. He takes it close to midfield. They'll spot him at the 47-yard line. That is a pickup of 13. First completion of the night for Bentia. And Austin with his first catch of the night. Roseburg's leading receiver, his 26th catch of the season. He's at 285 yards with that catch. Makes it third down and short, only needing 2 yards here for Roseburg. They'll put Stedman and Robinson out to the left side, Austin and St. Clair to the right side. Eckel, the man in the backfield with Bentia in shotgun, waiting for the snap from Reynaga as Roseburg tries to go on the hard count. They look to the sideline. And they will set it up here. Audible out of that. The play clock winding down. Robinson in motion. Shotgun snap. Give it to Eckel. Spins out of a tackle. Tries to go down the line of scrimmage, but they will not let him escape. Brady Greer coming up to make the stop at the line of scrimmage, dropping Eckel for a make that 2-yard loss back to the 45. And so it'll be fourth down and 3, and Roseburg does bring out the punt unit. Clock at 5:45. It's a direct snap back to the punter. Michael, he carries it across the line to gain out towards the 50. The spot has him just short of the 50, but he's got enough for the first down, and Roseburg goes on the punt fake, and Jacob Michael on the run will move the chains on fourth down for the Tribe. A little bit deep in the playbook on that one. Last week, Roseburg, I think, was going to try to run a fake punt, but the snap went awry as they, I think, called to be out of it. Tried to make a last-minute adjustment and just miscommunication, and things went awry on him there. But Jacob Michael had a great punt last week after that mishandled snap. Bentia looking to pass. He had Maverick Akers open in between the defenders, but not quite the touch on the pass by Bentia. Just a little out of the reach of Maverick Akers. The running back couldn't get up into that one. The sophomore, only 4 catches on the season, but he was open if they could have threaded the needle there. Clock stops with 5:13 to go. 8-0 our score here in the first quarter. South Salem marching down the field quickly and scoring on their first drive. Second down and 10 for Roseburg. Robinson in motion, handed off. Eckel up the middle, falls across the 50 for a gain of 1. So South Salem has held Roseburg after the 4th down conversion to just 1 yard on 2 plays so far. They'll face 3rd down and 9 just into South Salem territory. Eckel will sub out of the game for Tyler Reitman, who will get a chance to play some offense. Haven't seen him a lot on the offensive side of the ball this season. Starting middle linebacker for Roseburg, gets a lot of snaps on that side of the ball. He'll be in the backfield to the left of Bentia. Make that now the right side. His trips to the left with Austin, Robinson, and Stedman. St. Clair, the lone target to the far side of the field. 3rd and long, going to St. Clair. The leaping attempt on the grab is off his fingertips, incomplete. And it's 4th down and 9 for Roseburg. A couple of balls off the hands of the receivers that they would have liked to probably have back if they could. And Roseburg, 4th and 9, will bring the punt unit back out. Last time they faked it. We'll see if they try to do anything here. The kick away by Michael. Gets a Roseburg bounce. Picked up at the 11. Mendez, great speed to the edge. He'll cut it upfield and out of bounds. Across the sideline, just shy of the 35-yard line. They'll put him down at the 34. South Salem, after the pump by Roseburg, has it at their own 34-yard line. And it comes with 4:10 to go here in the first quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. All right, grab your breath. Don't run to the refrigerator. Here comes the South Salem offense, and they like to move quick. Ethan Palmatier, the quarterback, moves a man in motion from left to right. Now bounces him back to the left side. Look that direction. Pass over the middle. That is a tricky play. Mendez with the catch. Comes from the left side to the right side. Bounces off a tackle. Still on his feet. Still in bounds. Tight ropes the sideline. Cuts back to the middle. Gets wrapped up by Luther. And finally shoved to the ground by Irvin and Caden Luther. As he'll get credit to the Roseburg 41 on the pass play. A little bit of a screen there for Mendez. That is going to be a 25-yard pickup through the air for Mendez. His 3rd catch of the night. They'll set up 1st down and 10 from the Roseburg 41. Looking to pass again. Palmatier has time. Pressure coming. He will not escape. He's wrapped up. It's Luther and Parrish that meet at the quarterback and bring down Palmatier back to the 44. Another sack for Roseburg here tonight, and another one for Caden Luther. Palmatier losing 3 yards on the play.
Nicholas Parrish was also there for Roseburg.
And we got a stoppage real quick. Esteban Mendez will come out of the game. Luster will go in for South Salem. Shotgun snap, and the offense jumps for the Tribe. They bite on the hard clap by Palmatier, and he'll get back the yardage lost on the sack. First penalty of the night. Football will move to the 39-yard line.
On the defense moves us forward 5 yards, making it
second down and 8. They pitch forward to Luster. He cuts it up the middle, gets stuffed by Reitman trying to fight out of the tackle. They let it continue to go, and Luster will make his way to the 37-yard line, picking up 2 on the pass play. A little pitch forward for Palmatier. And it is now 3rd down and 6. Looking to pass, Palmatier to the left side. The out route goes through the hands of the receiver. That is intended for Eli Johnson out there. He had the first down, had the catch, but he couldn't haul it in. And now it is 4th down and 5, but in Roseburg territory, South Salem going to go for it here. And if the Tribe can get a stop on this play, they could get the ball back in their hands. Palmatier hucking the extra football off the field. Trips to the right side, 5 targets out there, and Roseburg jumps again. It's not going to be enough for the first down, though. It's 4th down and 6. So this will be 5, and it'll still be 4th down, but it'll be 4th and 1 as the Indians bite on the hard count. So it'll be down to the 32-yard line. 4th and 1 now, much more manageable than 4th and 6. Palmatier in shotgun. Gets it, going to keep it. Got slowed down in the backfield, but he slips through it. He's got a first down and more. Takes it down to the 15-yard line as he's wrapped up from behind by Dylan Bradfield. On the carry, Ethan Palmatier keeps the drive alive for the Saxons. He'll pick up 17 yards on the ground. Sets up in shotgun. He's got Tristan Gear to his left, looking to pass left side. Fade route to the end zone. A leaping grab is made in the end zone. It's Eli Johnson. After dropping a sure first down catch, this time he twists and pulls it in as Palmatier has his first touchdown pass of the night, and it comes from 15 yards out. It is 14-0, South Salem in front here with 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Last time they went for 2. Looks like they'll set up for the PAT here. Nope, they'll swing L. The offensive line goes to the left side. You've got the center, Esteban Mendez, and Parker Williams in the backfield. Mendez rolls to the right side, weaves his way to the goal line, and will truck his way in. And Mendez with the run makes it 16-0 South Salem. The Saxons up by 2 early. 2:30 to go first quarter. Let's take another 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For tuning in to today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on the score. This broadcast is presented by Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union, Roseburg Honda, BTB Moving, Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, and also by Dr. Ullenson Randall, DC Farmers Co-op, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Roseburg Disposal, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Abby's Pizza, and Chuck Swarm and Family Auto.
Receive for Roseburg. Segura goalie on to kick it away for the South Salem Saxons.
Back here at South Salem High School, it is 16-0 South Salem in front of Roseburg. Roseburg's third drive coming up here in just a moment. Kickoff away. It will bounce to Eckel at the 16. He cuts it to the left side, gets to the sideline, cuts upfield, lowers his shoulder into the defender, and will get it out to the 36-yard line to start out this drive for Roseburg. Tonight's ball game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Nice night for football here at South Salem High School. The rains have held off for the time being, it looks like. No, there is a little bit of a drizzle starting to come down. Didn't see it as well through the window portion here. Then I look through the open side, and yeah, it's drizzling. In shotgun is Bentia, hands it off. Robinson trying to go on the sweep around the far side, cuts upfield, and Robinson still on his feet as he slipped through the first 2 tacklers. He took another big lick, but he will get good yardage on first down. Robinson takes it out to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 6 on first down for the Tribe. Robinson on the season has carried 7 times coming into tonight for a total of 63 yards. Add 6 more to that. On that first down carry, second down and 4. Handed off Reitman, the man in the backfield, trying to power his way through the middle. He's not going to go down easy, but he does get tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain for the Tribe, and it is third down quickly after Reitman carries for nothing. So third down for the Tribe. We'll try to convert here with the ball at the 42. Got to get it to the 46. Roseberg looking to the sideline. It'll be Caden Eckel to come in for Reitman. I'll break the huddle. 2 targets either side for the Tribe on 3rd and 4. Eckel out of the backfield. Looking to go on the slant route. Catch made. It's near the sticks. I think they're going to give him the distance needed. Catch made for Roseburg by Brogan Rackley. And it will go to the 46 in the spot in the middle of the field. They're going to move the chains. They're not going to measure. I thought, boy, that looked close. And the South Salem sideline wondering why they just automatically gave that to him, but that's the call. It was a pickup of 4 on the pass play to Rackley.
First down for Roseburg.
So Rackley helps move the chains, and Roseburg continues the drive, trailing by 2 scores. Clock down to 28 seconds to go here in the first. Continues to tick away as the Tribe will break the huddle. Stedman, Robinson, and Austin to the left side, and Roseburg took too much time on that huddle. With 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Roseburg will get a delay of game penalty. That'll move them back 5 yards. And they will get a shot with 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Now to try and pick up some yardage on 1st and 15. Again, it'll be Rackley and Stedman to the left. Reitman is in the backfield. 2 targets to the far side of the field for the Tribe. Bentia looks towards the sideline, dropping back to pass. The righty steps up. He tried to do a jump pass. That ball is loose. The officials haven't blown it dead, and it's picked up, returned for a touchdown. And that's going to be the call, it looks like. It's Noah Scherer on the fumble recovery. The officials are blowing their whistles. I think they've now talked with each other to find out whether or not they're going to rule this a fumble or not, and they're going to say an incomplete pass. So the celebrations will have to halt as Nathan Scherer is not going to get credit for the scoop and score. No, Noah Scherer. I was right the first time. He's not going to get credit for the scoop and score. It'll come back to where the ball was spotted. Now the clock probably kept running on the return. It says 3 seconds at the moment. They're going to have to sub one guy out for South Salem. I don't know if the officials were going to put any more time back on the clock at the moment. It doesn't look like they will. So there's 3 seconds on the clock after the incompletion. It's 2nd and 15 for Roseburg. Pocket had just collapsed on Bentia, and he tried to get rid of it. He'll throw on the slant route, going up high and pulling it in. Dane St. Clair will make a catch to finish the first quarter. Football gets out to the 46-yard line, a pickup of 5 through the air, and that is how we will end the first. It's 16-0 South Salem in front of the Roseburg Indians. Roseburg facing 3rd and 10 when we come back after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Start the second quarter. Roseburg facing 3rd and 10. Empty backfield. Owen Bentia rolls out to his right. Going to loft downfield. It goes through the hands intended for Maverick Akers. A leaping attempt on the near sideline, rattled through the fingers and incomplete. Would have been short of the first down by about 4 yards. And the incompletion will force Roseburg to 4th down and 10. Just 5 seconds away here in the second quarter. 16-0 here from South Salem High School. The Saxons in front. Tonight's game brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call them at 541-378-6694. Punt by Jacob Michael away. A fair catch called for and taken at the 24-yard line. South Salem will get the football after the punt. Second punt of the night for the Tribe. And they get it with 11:49 to play here before halftime. South Salem leading by 2 scores, have it at their own 24. And their fast-paced, no-huddle offense will retake the field. Led by senior quarterback Ethan Palmatier, had his 22nd touchdown pass of the season on the last drive. Had a touchdown run, his 7th of the season to start out the ball game. Now moving right to left on your radio dial in red, South Salem with the white helmets. Mendez moves in motion. They do the forward pitch to him. He turns it upfield, gets to the secondary. He's wrapped up by Byron Irvin. After a pickup out to the 35-yard line, a pickup of 11 on the first down pass to Mendez. So that'll make it 1st and 10 again. Looking to pass quickly, have a man open on the far side. It's Mendez again, caught. He spun out of the tackle, and he is too fast to catch. And he will score. A foot race to the front pylon. Brody Robinson couldn't get there in time. Roseburg, they had a player that was blocked pretty hard. Coach Zach Mandera down there trying to plead a case for his defender. But Esteban Mendez, catch, spin, and a race down the sideline for the touchdown pass. That is a 65-yard touchdown. And South Salem adds another here in the second. First touchdown grab of the night for Mendez. They have gone for 2 every other time. Right now looking as if they are setting up for the PAT, but they've motioned out of it the last 2 times. They'll snap it. Placement down, kick away. And Segura Coley will make it 23-0 on the PAT. So 23-0 here with 11:22 to go in the first half. South Salem scoring in 27 seconds on 2 plays to pull ahead by 3 scores. We're going to keep it right here. Let you know that tonight's ball game is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza, a legendary pizza tradition. Appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us wherever you may be. Heard that we might have some viewers from out of state, so that's kind of cool. I think I saw somebody comment on the video stream from California, and had a fan here in the stands in front of us ask about the video stream so that somebody could watch back in Pennsylvania. So enjoy the fact that we are able to broadcast to fans all over this great country. The video stream is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. Roseburg here in the second quarter, now moving left to right on your radio dial. They'll wait for the kickoff from the Saxons. Waiting on a football. Coming up at halftime, we will get you a look at the BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update. They keep you updated on what's going on around the rest of the county here tonight. Rains are picking up a little bit. It's gone from a light drizzle to more of a heavy drizzle. Some umbrellas have come out. Jackets and hoods are up. Kick towards the sideline will take a bounce out of bounds, and Roseburg will get decent field position to start off this drive. Ball went out at the 10, make it to the 11-yard line. So the penalty is going to bring that one. Should be out to the 35 here. That is where Roseburg will start. South Salem, their first penalty of the night. And Roseburg will have it at their own 35-yard line, trailing 23-0. Still Bentia in there at quarterback. He's got Reitman to his left. Roseberg with 4 wide receivers out there. Robinson looked like he was moving in motion. Now reestablishes himself. Bentia will get the snap, looking to pass, going to throw down the far sideline. McLean Stedman the grab, and he's not able to stay inbounds after the catch. His momentum took him across the sideline. He tried to make the catch and then cut back towards the middle of the field, but he goes out of bounds after the catch, and it'll take him into South Salem territory. Nice job on the first down pass. That'll go down as a 20-yard completion to McLean Stedman. His first catch of the night after going without a catch last week. 1st and 10 for Roseberg. And the big sophomore, wearing number 3 tonight, by the way, goes up for that grab, got just behind the defense. Good placement on the ball by Bentia. 1st and 10 as they check the wristbands. In shotgun for Bentia, looking to pass again, goes right back to the same play. And no flag on that one out there in coverage. It was Luster. Looked like a little bit of contact with the ball in the air, but no penalty flag out on impeding the path there for McLean Stedman as Roseberg went right back to the well, tried to run the same play, and couldn't get the call. 2nd down and 10. Here on a Friday night in Salem, under the lights. First place South Salem leading 23-0. Clock stopped 11-12. Looking to set up the screen. Almost complete. I'm not sure if it was. It is incomplete. Now a penalty flag out in the backfield. There was a lot of red coming after Owen Bentia, and he ends up on the ground, but this could be in the area of roughing the passer. Personal foul, roughing the passer is the call against the defense. So South Salem, second penalty of the night for the Saxons, will help move the ball down the field for the Indians. So they'll count that off from the 45-yard line. And it'll be a 15-yarder. Roseburg will have first down at the 30. So first down and 10 from the South Salem 30. Best field position of the night for the Tribe. Eckel in the backfield now with Bentia. Austin and St. Clair to the right side of the formation. They move a man in motion. Hand it off to Eckel. Tries to just muscle his way through the defensive line. Wasn't much there for him as he gets lifted and spun back. And they put him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on first down. 2nd and 10.
No gain makes it 2nd and 10.
So far for Roseburg, not a lot of space to run through the middle. Their biggest success has been the stretch play around the end on the sweep by Brody Robinson that went for 6 yards. That's their best carry so far of the night. Here in the second quarter, 23-0. South Salem in front with 10.5 to play. Akers will check in for Eckel. And whistles will blow as it looks like Roseburg's going to take a timeout. Roseburg going to take a timeout here in the first half. Their first. We'll go ahead and take one as well. A 30-second break. Come back with more of the action from South Salem High School here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving.
First half action here from South Salem High School. 23-0. South Salem in front. Roseburg facing 2nd down and 10. Throw to the near sideline. Out of the reach. Out of the break for Caden Austin. He kind of got twisted up. Tried to figure out where he was at in the field. Looking for the football. And it was out of his reach as he tried to follow it to the sideline. Incomplete on the post route for Roseburg. And it is 3rd down and 10 so far. 4 for 11 through the air for Owen Bentia. Going to try to complete a catch or a run here on 3rd down and 10. See if they can set up a more manageable attempt on 4th down if they need to. Hand it off. It's going to be the reverse. Austin going back to the left has Bentia blocking. Down the sideline, lowered the shoulder as the front end of the sticks. Did he get there? He's going to come up 1 yard short on the reverse for Caden Austin. Robinson got it going to the right side, handed it back off to Austin going to the left side. Bentia out there blocking for him, helped pave the way, and it'll be 4th down and 1 from the 21-yard line. A pickup of 9 for Austin. So Roseberg did get a good chunk on that one, and we'll see if they can convert on 4th down and 1. They have Eckel. It's a bobbled snap, and it's still loose. South Salem, it's Latisi that has it. He wasn't down. He had a teammate down on the ground, and Latisi's going to go all the way for the score. Touchdown! A scoop and score for South Salem. On 4th and 1, Roseberg fumbles the snap, picked up by South Salem, and they are going the other way. That is going to go down as, I think the PA said 79 yards. I would say about the same. The ball was at the 21. So probably about a 75-yard return for Latisi. And with the touchdown, it is 29-0. The PAT for Segura Kali out there. So Roseburg was marching, had a 4th down and short after a nice trick play on the reverse. And kind of like last week in the 4th quarter against North Medford, shooting themselves in the foot. PAT coming up with 9:57 to go here in the first half. The toe punt is through, and it is 30-0. 30-0. South Salem on top of Roseburg. Let's take a 30-second break. Back after this on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Well, after the scoop and score for South Salem, the Saxons have extended their lead 30-0. Roseburg's first turnover of the night. 9:57 to go here before the halftime. Kickoff coming. It's going to go to the 15-yard line, taken by Rackley. Wrapped up pretty quick as he crosses the 20. That's Robinson, excuse me. And so Brody Robinson, a short return on the kickoff to the 25-yard line is where they're going to spot him.
Number 14.
And Roseburg will have the football back in their hands. Tonight's contest is brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area.
10 from their own 25.
Eckel to the left of Bentia in shotgun. They look to the sideline. A trips diamond formation on that far side of the field with Robinson in front, Stedman and Austin behind him. St. Clair the lone target to the right side of the field. Pass out that direction. Caught by Stedman. He will weave his way back to the hash marks up the field. I thought I saw a penalty flag out, and it does look like there is one out there, possibly in the area of holding. And that is going to be the call, holding against Roseburg on first down. So the Tribe, after trying to pick up some yardage on first down. The wide receivers out there trying to block, get called for the hold. So the penalty will move Roseburg back here on first down. We'll see if they spotted it at the line of scrimmage. Now it's a yard deep where the hold was, so it'll be back at the 16-yard line.
That'll scoot Roseburg back 10 yards.
10-yard penalty, second down and 10. Excuse me, first down and 20 is what I meant to say. Trips to the wide side of the field with ball in the left hash mark, looking to throw to his left. That ball over the outstretched hand of the defender and into the arms of Dane St. Clair. Had a man in the passing lane, but he couldn't get his mitt on it. And St. Clair catch and run, first down, as he will take it out to the 37-yard line. And Roseburg moves the chains on the 1st and 20. That is going to be a 21-yard pickup for St. Clair. His second catch of the night. Last week, Roseburg didn't complete a ton of passes, but they did have quite a few big plays down the line, including a 78-yard touchdown catch by St. Clair. Pass out to the far side. Catch made. Immediately hit a big blast on Brody Robinson, and he'll roll over. That was a bit of a scary one. He was looking back to the line of scrimmage for the catch, made the catch, turned to start running upfield, and was met with a defender immediately. And he kind of ran right into a brick wall, but he hangs onto the football. It seems to be good, and he takes it out to the 41, a pickup of 4 on first down for Robinson, his first catch of the night. Look to the sideline. Roseburg last week, 78-yard touchdown catch by Sinclair. Roseburg had 4 pass plays of 20-plus yards last week. Bentia only completed 7 for 20. Kimball was 3 for 4. Slant route, had a defender all over him, and no flag. In there to help make the stop for South Salem, Josh Fike, a junior, was able to make the play, reaching around the receiver to knock that ball away. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but I thought he got there a little early. Twins to either side for Roseburg with the ball on the left hash mark, facing 3rd down and 6. 8:29 to go. Pass out in the flats intended for Eckel, out of his reach, and it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for Eckel.
And that'll make it 4th down for Roseburg, and it looks like the punt unit coming out. They send Mendez and Luster out to return. Clock stopped with 8:26 to go here in the first. Punt away from Jacob Michael. It hits at the 29 and takes a great Roseburg roll. Still stays in bounds. And Jacob Michael's got to be proud of that one. He traps it inside the 15, down to the 14. That punt hit at the 29 and just took a lovely stroll right down the sideline and was downed at the 13. Trailing 30-0, we'll take some excitement in some of the small things tonight. That was some well-executed special teams by Roseburg. 8:16 to go here in the first half, and South Salem with the football again. They'll have it at their own 13-yard line. Here comes the offense for the Saxons after scoring a defensive touchdown last time they were on the field. Palmatier in shotgun, looking to pass as he always is. He has the out route, has the man wide open. It's Mendez down the sideline. Look out, here he goes. No one's going to catch him. Esteban Mendez, one play, will go 87 yards. And just like that, it's 36-0. I said 78, 77 yards on that. No, 87 yards. Let me get my numbers right here. Math is hard. 87 yards to the house for Esteban Mendez. The PAT is good. Diving attempt by Robinson almost got there in time. 37-0. And with that pass, that'll be 179 yards on the night for Ethan Palmatier. He is 9 for 11 through the air, 179 yards, and I think I might have missed one in there actually. Yeah, because I have that down as his first touchdown. He's also got a, let's see, so let's add in a 15-yard first down, or first quarter touchdown, and a 65-yard second quarter touchdown. They move too quick. Apparently I decided not to write down some of these. So that would be 189, 194, 199, let's make that 259 yards through the air for Palmatier, and he's now 11 for 13. Gonna definitely have to go back and double check my numbers on some of this here tonight. Mendez with his second catch of 60 plus here tonight. Both here in the second quarter. Kickoff away. It'll be Eckel, goes through his hands, and that ball's still loose. South Salem football. And recovering it for South Salem is DJ James, the senior. So on the kickoff, Roseberg gives it back in a short field for South Salem with 7:58 to go here in the first quarter, or first half, excuse me. They'll start out at the Roseberg 21-yard line. So the offense back out on the field for the Saxons, leading 37-0, and whistles will stop the play before it gets started. Flag out on the far side of the field. And it's encroachment on the defense. So it'll be 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 5. So I've got Esteban Mendez down for 6 catches, 207 yards. He's got a 65 and an 87-yard touchdown catch. Timeout taken by Roseberg. Let's go ahead and do the same. 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For the beauty, the adventure, and all the unique surroundings that the Umpqua Valley has to offer with the Neal Company Real Estate. Serving Douglas County since 1977, we're a veteran-owned company with experienced agents who are ready to walk you through the real estate process. We are passionate about helping people buy or sell their dream homes because they're our neighbors, and we like to see our community thrive. Live the Oregon dream in the Umpqua Valley.
While we have a moment, I want to mention Esteban Mendez now has 208 yards receiving in the first half.
Back here, 1st and 5 for South Salem. I must not be too far off. The PA just said Mendez 208 yards receiving. I had him for 207, so I'm not that far off. I guess I must have gotten things correct once I added some touchdown passes in there. Coming up here, a first down play. After that, we'll stop for a quick legal ID. Let's see here. They move Mendez in motion from left to right. Palmatier looking to pass to his left. Goes to the end zone. Has Eli Johnson. He almost made a spectacular play with a defender on him. Penalty flags come out. Roseberg's going to get called for the PI. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg football here on the score. The football was at the 16-yard line. On 1st and 5, it'll be defensive pass interference, so going to move. I assume they're going to move. They haven't walked it off yet here. There we go. 7:54 to go in the first half. 37-0, South Salem in front. The football will go down to the 8-yard line. Half the distance to the goal line for the Saxons. Palmatier, he's got Colby Rattle to his right in the backfield. Trips to the right side. Johnson, the lone man, to the left. Looking to the right side. Flushed out that direction. Going to heave it towards the end zone. That ball hits the trash can out of bounds for an incomplete pass. It'll be second down. Just the third incompletion of the night for Palmatier. It is second and goal from the 8-yard line. Rain's definitely continuing to pick up as things progress here. There is not really any coverage for the fans in the stands in front of us and across the way. Quick pass out into the flats. It is caught by Johnson. He gets tripped up, leaps towards the end line, and he can't quite make it to the end zone as he is down inside the 5 at the 4.
4-yard gain.
So the pass for 4.
That'll make it third and goal from the 4.
It'll be third and 4. And it's into the end zone for Palmatier on the run to the right side. He takes it around the end, and Palmatier has his second rushing touchdown of the night, both of them from 4 yards out. And it is now a boat race, 43-0. South Salem in front. PAT unit out there for Segura Colley. Mendez is the holder. Snap down, kick away. Line drive kick just gets over the crossbar and is good. So with the PAT, it is 44-0. South Salem in front. Let's take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM, 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Second quarter action for you here from South Salem High School. Tonight's Roseburg football game is brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Give them a call at 672-5701. A squib kick down to the 29-yard line, picked up. The return man for Roseburg will weave his way up the hash marks. And the return there. It's a new number. That is Liam McAllister. They had caught the return there for Roseburg. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Tribe. Looking to try and do something here before halftime. 7:14 to go. They have the football at their own 35-yard line. Move a man in motion, hand it off. It's no keeper here for Bentia. He races over the right side of the line, slips out of an ankle tackle and across the sideline into South Salem territory. A nice little scramble there on the quarterback keeper. He went with the play or the fake on the handoff, ran the option there, and Bentia will have his longest run of the season. Takes that into South Salem territory. That'll be a 17-yard pickup on the ground for Bentia. Puts him in positive yardage on the night. First down and 10 for the Tribe in South Salem territory. Give it to Eckel up the middle, and he will carry to the 45. And he gets body slammed, and there's a penalty flag out. I'm pretty sure you can't pick up guys and throw them down quite like that. The forward progression took him to the 44. So it was a pickup of 4 by Eckel. And then he got slammed down, and this penalty will move the football in favor of the Tribe.
Unnecessary roughness on the Saxons.
So the unnecessary roughness penalty will add to the end of the run, 15 yards, and take it deeper into South Salem territory. Coming into tonight, Caden Eckel, the senior. Second team all-conference selection last year, a first-teamer as a sophomore. He needed 196 yards to reach 2,000 for his career, hoping he can get that mark. I know it's been something he's been hoping for after a big sophomore season. So hopefully he can pile up some yardage here going forward. They put the football down to the 29-yard line. A run up the middle for Maverick Akers. We'll take it to the 26, picks up 3.
Akers on the carry. Fatimu Latisi there for the stop.
Second down and 7 for the Indians. Tonight's football game brought to you by Tim's Appliance and Mattress at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing, always available. That's Tim's Appliance and Mattress. We do appreciate all of our sponsors that help make coverage of local high school sports possible here on the radio and on the video stream. Handoff to Eckel up the middle, weaves his way, gets a big push from the line behind him, still on his feet as he goes down to the 20-yard line. That's close to the first down marker, but not quite enough. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Caden Eckel on the carry.
He'll pick up 6.
A host of Saxons brought him down, led by Tristan Gear.
And it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Tribe. Clock continues to run, 5:40 here in this first half. Roseburg trailing to 44-0. Eckel will sub out of the game. Akers comes in. They'll huddle up here and call the play. Maverick Akers, a sophomore, had a big first game of the season. He hasn't had as many carries since early on in the year, as they've been going with Eckel a little bit more frequently. That young man looks to have a nice career, especially as a linebacker going forward. Timeout taken by Roseburg. They'll use their final here in the first half. 5:21 to go, 44-0. South Salem in front. Let's take a 30-second break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseberg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseberg Honda. We treat you like family.
Third down and a yard for Roseburg. Out of the timeout, trying to convert here. It is a handoff to Akers, and he gets tripped up. He'll actually lose yardage on 3rd and a yard. They put him back to the 21, so he gets dropped for a 1-yard loss, and it's 4th and 2 for Roseburg.
4th and 2.
So Roseburg will try to convert here, as the rains continue to come down. Not an absolute downpour, but it's definitely getting wet out there. Fans in the stands rumbling the aluminum stands here as they look to try and help out the defense on 4th and 2. Roseburg needs to get it to the 19. Low snap, fumbled away, and it's another 4th down that goes awry for the Tribe. Bentia jumps on it this time, but it'll be a turnover on downs for Roseburg. So the ball gets spotted at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, a turnover on downs. South Salem will get the football back. 4:32 to go. And they have the football at their own 23-yard line. The PA said 28, and I just thought, oh no, am I getting things wrong again? Offense back out there. It is a handoff, and carrying is Noah Scherer over the left side as he gets the handoff from Paul Mateer, still in the game for the Saxons.
For a 2-yard gain.
Gets dropped for a 2-yard pickup.
Maverick Akers on the stop.
And that football out to the 25. Second down and 8. Quick pass on the right side, incomplete. Looked like the receiver was not expecting that one his direction.
Makes it 3rd and 8 from their own.
So it's quickly to 3rd and 8 for South Salem. Clock stopped at 4:06 to play here in the first half. They'll look to try and convert with Paul Mateer in shotgun. Gets the quick snap. Roseberg sending 3. Pass deep downfield, way over the head of the intended target out there, Jackson Buckingham.
Pass incomplete.
Buckingham can't get to that one. Incomplete.
Makes it 4th down and 8.
And it is 4th down for South Salem. So the Saxons trying to break a couple of plays, get a couple of other guys involved in the passing game, and cannot connect. They'll send the punt unit out for the first time tonight. Eli Gabriel, the senior punter, averaging 36.7 yards per punt. He'll stand back at his own 12-yard line. Gets a boot, a wobbly low line drive, but it takes a great South Salem roll. It will finish at the 26-yard line. So he will flip the field. That's a 49-yard punt there. And it will be 3:53 to go here in the first half. South Salem leading big on top of Roseburg 44-0. Roseburg starting with the football at their own 26. Defense coming up with a stop there, though. Get the ball back in the hand of the offense, and they'll see if they can get some motion going again. They moved down the field nicely last time out. Bentia will turn, fakes the handoff to Reitman, pitches to Austin, who gets met in the backfield, and the defense played that option correctly. The triple option doesn't work for Roseburg. Austin did a great job of hanging on to the football. He got hit right as he was receiving the pitch. It goes back to the 20, a loss of 6 on that tackle for loss. Roseburg huddles up. Clock running with 3:20 to go before the halftime break. We'll have an extended halftime break with homecoming coming up here tonight. 2 targets either side for Bentia with the ball close to the left hash mark. Initially moved Robinson in motion, but now he will reset up on the left side of the line. Eckel to the right of Bentia, and a delay of game on Roseburg.
Flag on the play.
So the Tribe will move back.
Delay of game, Roseburg.
So the football is going to go back to the 15-yard line. Eckel will check out of the game. St. Clair, Austin, Robinson to the right side of the line. Akers in the backfield with Bentia. Stedman, the lone man, to the left side of the formation. In shotgun. Clock not even running up on the score, but there it goes. Big hit on the completion coming up to make the stop. Robinson with the catch to the 19. Jackson Buckingham comes in. Excuse me, that was Jacob Nemechek with the stop. After the catch by Robinson. Out to the 19-yard line, picking up 4.
4-yard gain makes it 3rd down and 17.
And Roseburg facing 3rd and long here. Clock continues to run. Down to 2:20 here in this first half. It's been all South Salem here so far tonight. Low snap picked up by Bentia. Quick pass picked off. Around the 23-yard line, weaving to the far side, cutting back up the numbers. and tackled from behind down to about the 7-yard line. A pickup of about 14 on the INT. Coming up with the pick is Colby Rattle. And Roseburg will have its third turnover of the night. And that will set up South Salem with the football. 2 minutes exactly to go here in the first half. And they will have it at the Roseburg 7-yard line. Offense back out there, and Paul Mateer still in at quarterback. He'll have a back to either side of him, Rattle and Gear on either side. Whistles before we get things going here. Had to send a player out for South Salem. That was Eli Johnson. I didn't catch the reason. It's probably a jersey or blood or something he has to the sideline, and we'll figure out how to get back out there on the field. They'll set it up. You've got Rattle to the left of Paul Mateer and Gear to his right. Give it to Rattle. He cuts upfield. Things open wide up, and Colby Rattle takes it to the house for a 7-yard touchdown run. And the Saxons will add to their lead up 50-0 on Roseburg. PAT unit out. So they turn the turnover into points quickly. Excuse me, I said Rattle. I believe that was Scherer, actually. My apologies. Noah Scherer with the touchdown run from 7 yards. And before the PAT, a penalty flag is out. And it's against Roseburg. So the football will move a little bit closer for the PAT attempt here.
Penalty declined.
They actually declined the penalty. So everybody, the PAT unit moved closer by about 1.5 yards, and then they all moved back 1.5 yards. Again, the PAT kicker out. Boots that one through the uprights.
Good kick is good.
And with that, it is 51-0, South Salem. There is 1:55 to go here in the second quarter. And Roseburg will get the football. Nathan Segura-Colley, his fundamentals aren't what you probably expect out of a kicker, but with that, he came into tonight 35 for 38 on PATs. They ran in the first two, or they went for 2 on the first 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, led 16-0. But since then, he has made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's made 5 PATs, so make him 40 for 43. 40 for 43 on the season. And he will also do the kickoff duties here. Roseburg with Robinson, Eckel, and Rackley deep to return. And it is a squib kick short. Goes through the legs of one of the upmen, jumping on the football. And once again, it is Roseburg's Liam McAllister who is the one to down that football. So Roseburg will have it.
Worm burner kick. Dove on by Liam McAllister.
1:53 to go, and whistles stop. Oh, we got an injured player for South Salem needing help off the field. Walking off a little gingerly. Now he's going to be passed off to teammates.
Extra hard tonight to keep those footballs dry. Let's give him a hand, folks.
Getting help off the field, but walking mostly under his own power. Andrew Fielder, a senior. Roseburg starts with the football at their own 27. It'll be Bentia out there at quarterback. And I don't think the officials were set before the snap for Roseburg. So we will redo this first down snap. Roseberg still with Reynaga at center, Gibby and Bradfield on the left side of the line, Banta, and it was filling in for Brayson Parker, Carson Tyler on the right side of the offensive line. Those 5 guys have been out there all night. Not sure the reason for any delays here, but now we will get ready to go. Roseberg has 2 backs in the backfield to either side of Bentia. Eckel to the right, Reitman to the left. Give it to Reitman. He breaks up the middle, and he will get spun forward. He stays up, and nobody's blown a whistle, and he gets out to about the 45-yard line. They'll put him at the 44, and Tyler Reitman not ready to go into halftime. He wants to fight for yardage. He'll take it out near midfield, out to the 44, and now the officials, I think, are trying to confirm whether or not he had truly gone down or if he stayed up. He got spun over the top of the defender, and so the question was whether or not he actually went down or if he was able to keep his knees, his butt, his elbows all off the ground. All right, now they got the ball spotted at the 44. But the official is talking to
discussion of whether he was down.
The white cap is talking to the Roseburg huddle here. Almost, was he asking if Reitman thought he was down or not? I don't. Kind of interesting, but they do spot the ball at the 44, so Roseburg will get credit for that run for Tyler Reitman. That's a pickup of 17 on the ground. They'll give it to him again, but he gets tripped up in the backfield this time.
Ryman on the carry. Hatimu Latisi got to him first.
So it'll be back to the line of scrimmage for Tyler Reitman. Clock down to 1:14. Second down. Actually, they dropped him back to the 43. Now they adjust the sticks over there. Roseburg, goose egg on the board right now as the rains are starting to pick up a little bit. You can definitely see them in the Friday night lights. We were expecting the possibility of some rain here as we made our way into the 8 o'clock hour, and sure enough, it showed up. Running the football, Roseburg stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's Eckel on the carry.
Eckel on the carry for Roseburg.
He will go back to the 43 as well.
Guess who? Hatimu Latisi.
So with that run, the clock down to 30 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 3rd down and 11 for the Tribe. No timeouts, so they're not going to call one here. We'll see if they try to get one more play off before the halftime break. South Salem will get the football to start the second half. We've got the homecoming halftime break here coming up. And a snap back to Bentia. He takes a knee, and that is going to end the first half. So Roseburg will trail 51-0 at the halftime break. We'll come back and break it all down for you. An explosive first half for the South Salem Saxons, leading big and looking to stay undefeated on the season. We'll have your halftime break coming up. We'll get a look at stats. We'll get a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update and plenty more coming up when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Here at the halftime break, it is the South Salem Marching Band performing for us here. Doing a nice job out there. It is homecoming night here for the Saxons. Let's take a quick listen to the South Salem Marching Band. Definitely we'll look forward to the Roseburg High Marching Band performing next week for Roseburg's homecoming game at home at Finley Field against the South Medford Panthers. Here at the break, our score is 51-0. South Salem in front of Roseburg. The Saxons on their way to a 7-0 start to their season. And Roseburg, well, they'll have a running clock against them in the second half. It's been a tough go here tonight as they've been up against an explosive offense that looks pretty good and pretty sharp. Well, it was 16-0 the score at the end of the first quarter. South Salem had a drive, 10 plays. It took them to go a total of 72 yards. It finished off with a 4-yard touchdown run by Ethan Palmatier. The 2-point conversion was good. It was 8-0 South Salem early with 8:03 to go in the first quarter. They would add a touchdown pass from Palmatier to Eli Johnson from 15 yards out. Another 2-point try, and it was 16-0 in the first quarter. But then the second quarter, it really got out of hand as South Salem would score in a hurry. 2 plays and a 65-yard touchdown grab and run for Esteban Mendez. He goes to the house. The PAT good, 23-0. Roseburg on the next possession. They had 4th and 1, and the snap was fumbled. It was picked up by Atimu Letisi, and he would return it about 75 yards for the touchdown. The extra point was good, 30-0 on the defensive score. Roseburg would march a little bit on their next drive, but end up eventually punting. And on the very first play of the next drive from their own 13 for South Salem, it was an 87-yard touchdown grab for Mendez, his second of the game. And that PAT made it 37-0. Roseburg on their next drive would fumble on the kickoff, giving South Salem a short field. Palmatier his second rushing touchdown of the night, making it 44-0. And then a punt actually by South Salem. Roseburg held them to a punt. Got the football, but they would turn it over on an interception, return 14 yards to the 7-yard line, and it was one play for a touchdown run. Noah Scherer would get in from 7 yards out, making it 51-0. That is your score here at the break. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get a look at individual stats from this one, and we'll collect some scores for you to pass along on the BTB Moving Out-of-Town scoreboard update. So don't go anywhere. Another 2-minute timeout back here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on The Score.
This broadcast is presented by
Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union, Roseburg Honda, BTB Moving, Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, and also by Dr. Ullenson Randall, DC Farmers Co-op, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Roseberg Disposal, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Abby's Pizza, and Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair.
And now we present our 2023 Homecoming Royalty Court.
It is homecoming here at South Salem tonight. They're about to announce the homecoming court. Unfortunately, it's in the rain. I feel bad for all of the young ladies who get all dolled up. I mean, the guys, they get dressed up too, but I feel bad for the young ladies. You want to wear, cute dress and all that kind of stuff, and this is not the weather to be dressed in ball gowns and whatnot, but they're doing it anyways. You're in high school only once, so you enjoy the moments when you get them. Let's take a look at some individual statistics here from the first half of tonight's ball game. We'll start with the Roseburg Indians. Through the air for Owen Bentia, 7 of 17 for 72 yards and 1 interception. Leading receiver is Dane St. Clair with 2 catches for 26. McLean Stedman with 1 catch for 20 yards. Caden Austin with 1 catch, 13 yards. Brody Robinson with a couple of catches, and Brogan Rackley with a catch in there as well. On the ground for Roseburg, Caden Eckel. Let's see here. Actually, it's Tyler Reitman that leads the way. His 1 carry for 17 yards helps make him the leading rusher. He's got 16 yards total on 3 carries. Caden Eckel has carried the football 6 times for 11 yards. And Owen Bentia, a couple of sacks. He took tackles for loss, have dropped him back, but he did have a 17-yard carry on the night as well. On the other side, big explosion offense from South Salem. We expected nothing less through the air so far tonight. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 12 for 17 through the air for Ethan Palmatier for 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. Esteban Mendez has 6 catches for 207 yards and 2 scores. Eli Johnson, 2 catches for 19 yards and a 15-yard touchdown. Nemechek, 1 catch, 18 yards. Luster, 2 catches for 6, and Scherer for 1 catch for 13. On the ground, Ethan Palmatier, 6 carries for 26 yards, 2 touchdowns. Eli Johnson, 1 carry for 10, and Noah Scherer, 2 carries for 9 yards and a score. That is a look at your halftime stat update as we get ready for the second half. We will have a running clock in the second half of this one. Roseburg trailing 51-0 here at the break. In just a moment, we'll take a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update, but want to remind you to stick around for the postgame show, where we will name tonight's Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for your Roseburg Indians. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. We've got a couple of final scores from the 6-man football games to report, plus some updates on other games around the Umpqua Basin that we'll pass along to you. We'll go ahead and take another 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll get a look at those scores and see if we can collect any others to pass along as well. So a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with more of your halftime break here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseberg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
When she was little, she looked up to her teachers and wanted to help people the same way her teachers helped her. Her nickname as a kid and
halftime score here from South Salem High School, 51-0. South Salem in front of the Roseburg Indians. Taking a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update here tonight. Remember, BTB Moving, they will provide the labor services for your moving needs if you have an upcoming move that's taking you out of town. BTB Moving, veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. They've got senior and veteran discounts available, so book now at 541-315-0122 or find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. Well, final scores from earlier in Douglas County today. 6-man football, the Elkton Elks, number 8 in the latest the latest coaches poll at the 6-man level. A big showdown against North Lake, and they come away with the win. 40-20, Elkton gets the victory tonight. That is big there for the Elks. They stay undefeated on the season and help stay in front of North Lake, which just had the one loss going into the matchup. It was a South County rivalry matchup, and Days Creek comes out on top with a 34-12 win over Glendale here today. And Riddle was on the road against number 2 ranked Powers, and it was Powers all the way, 64-18 in that one. Some other scores to pass along to you from Sutherland High School, where the Bulldogs are looking to try and get a win over Phoenix, which has not won this season. Sutherland was leading at halftime, 28-6. Your score. Sutherland in front over the Pirates at the break. Also, you have an update here from the third quarter. Illinois Valley and North Douglas Yoncalla tied at 34 all. Hunter Vaughn with a 74-yard touchdown run to tie that one up. North Douglas Yoncalla in this one pretty much fighting for their postseason hopes. Also, we had at halftime North Valley leading Douglas 13-7. And that is a kind of an impressive score there for Douglas. They're within a score in that one. North Valley coming in, a pretty good team in that league, receiving votes in the latest coaches poll, and North Valley only leading by 6 over leading by 6 over Douglas at the halftime break there in Winston. Out of the Southwest Valley Conference, Special District 1, whatever you want to call it, the one score I got to pass along to you here, West Salem at McNary. It is West Salem 28-7 at the halftime break in that one. I think I might be able to dig up another score out of the conference for you here, maybe a couple of them. Let's see if I can get the North Medford and Sheldon game in a battle for first place. Sheldon leading 21-3 in the fourth quarter over North Medford in that contest. North Medford with the football. Oh, a play right off the hands of the receiver. He might have had a chance to take that to the house from long range, and unable to do so there. So right now it looks like Sheldon looking to try and stay undefeated in league. That would keep them up with South Salem, which is undefeated on the season and looking to stay undefeated in league with a win here against Roseburg tonight. Also, let's see here. Let me see if I can find South Medford. South Medford tonight at home against Grants Pass. So it's 21-3, Sheldon leading in that one in the fourth quarter, and South Medford leading 33-7 against Grants Pass in the third quarter of that matchup. So South Medford, Roseburg's opponent next week, leading pretty decently against Grants Pass at Spiegelberg Stadium so far here tonight. So there's some scores from around the conference for you. It looks like Sheldon and South Salem heading to a tie for first place, remaining there, and North Medford dropping down a game. South Medford kind of trying to keep pace with the top of the conference. North Salem in that race as well, but they've got a little bit of help needed. And we'll see how they did against Sprague here tonight. Don't have a score to pass along to you there. But that is a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update. A lot of scores there to cover. We'll see if we can dig up any more for you here throughout the halftime. And they've still got 2 minutes to go before halftime is wrapped up here on what is our homecoming night. And I'm going to see if I can... South Umpqua score. That's a big one there for South Umpqua against Coquille. See if I can check in with our good friend Kenny Sherman. I believe he might have gone to that one. The other one that I would definitely be interested in hearing a score on is Oakland and Bandon. That would be a good game there as well. So we'll see if we maybe get any updates on that one here as the evening wears on. Our score is 51-0 here at the halftime break. Again, that was your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update. Roseburg football here on the score, brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction, their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. And it looks like they are announcing the homecoming king for South Salem, who brings out his family, I think, with family and friends, and they all bow to him. Ooh, so things have turned in that Illinois Valley North Douglas Yoncalla game. They're still in the third quarter, only about 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes of war off, and it's 40. I think that's a typo there. 42-34, I believe, is the score. Illinois Valley getting the score. I thought it says 42-24. That would be taking points off the board for the North Douglas War Eagles, or North Douglas Yoncalla War Eagles. So we will keep an eye on other scores going on around the region here tonight. It is a drizzly one here in Salem. The state capital will be heading home a little later tonight. Don't forget, coming up this weekend, actually, let's take a look at your college football scoreboard here tonight. We've got the time to do it. This weekend, we've got top 25 matchups here on the Score and on our partner, News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN. Coming up tomorrow, you've got the Oregon Ducks, number 8 in the country, taking on Washington, number 7. That is a 12:30 kickoff tomorrow and a 10:30 pregame show on News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN. Then in the afternoon, you've got a 5 o'clock kickoff for Oregon State against UCLA. The number 15 Beavers taking on the number 19 Bruins. That one from Corvallis. Pregame coverage starts at 3 o'clock here on the Score, and kickoff at 5 o'clock. In the Pac-12 tonight, Colorado leading Stanford at halftime, 29-0 in that one. Deion Sanders looking to move his team one step closer to bowl eligibility at 5-2 if they can hang on for that win in the second half against Stanford. It is a 29-0 to score at halftime, that game on ESPN. Earlier today, Fresno State getting a 37-32 win over Utah State. And Tulane beating Memphis 31-21 earlier today. So that is a look at your college football scoreboard as well. I think we're going to go ahead and take one more break here before we wrap things up. We've got a few more minutes. The teams are back out of the locker room warming up. So we're going to go ahead and take one more 2-minute timeout, and we will come back, get you ready for the second half of tonight's football game. Roseburg trailing South Salem 51-0. We'll have a running clock here in the second half for you when we come back after this 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Okay. Just about time to kick off the second half. 55 degrees. We've actually gone up a degree here in Salem tonight. Rain's coming down steady drizzle. Did get a scoreboard update on Oakland, 28-7, 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter there. The Oakland Okers leading over Bandon Pacific. That'll be a big win as their end of the season schedule is not an easy one for the Oakland Okers, but they are going to pick up a big win to kick off that final couple of games of their regular season. Here in Salem, Roseburg will be kicking off left to right on your radio dial. Roseburg in their road whites, black helmets with the orange feather on the side. Going right to left on your radio dial, the offense for South Salem after receiving the kickoff coming up here, wearing their home reds with the white caps, the red S on the side of their helmets. Jacob Michael, the kicker, will approach the football. A toe punch kick to the far sideline, out of bounds at the 26. And South Salem will get a few extra yards out of that kickoff with the kickoff out of bounds. We'll see, I'm expecting we'll see some new players on the field for South Salem here in the second half. Expect that some second-string guys are going to get an opportunity to have some opportunity to get some playing time here tonight. In at quarterback will be the junior Ben Hennon. He'll get a chance to take the field tonight for the Saxons, leading 51-0. Again, a running clock here in the second half. Shotgun snap, looking to pass. That's a backwards pass out in the flats. It's caught by Luster. He gets tackled by Nick Parrish. And the pass will go out to the 38-yard line, a pickup of 3. So that is technically a run for Luster on the backwards pass. Picking up 3. Shotgun snap, they'll hand it off. Trying to stop and cut upfield. Noah Scherer unable to escape for too much more than a couple of yards on second down. He'll get to the 41, and he kind of limps to the sideline. He picks up 3. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. Clock is running. We've already almost burned off 2 minutes off the clock here in the third quarter. Hennon, the backup quarterback, in, looking to convert on 3rd down. Looks right, goes back left. The inside screen is no good, but Dylan Bradfield going to get flagged, as they haven't blown this play dead yet. Jeez. It's going to be 4th down as they took the ball to the 43-yard line, but it's roughing the passer. So the ball got out to the 43 on the run by... Actually, it was a pass to Eli Johnson on the inside screen. So that's going to be from the end of the play, the roughing the passer on Roseberg. And so you add to that into Roseberg territory on the penalty. So that was a 2-yard pickup on the pass play to Johnson. They just kind of let that play keep going. They'll spot the football at the Roseburg 42-yard line. Looking to pass for Hennon, empty backfield. Wobbly pass near side, out of the reach, intended for Johnson. Hennon, the junior, last week got in for a little bit of time. Did throw a touchdown. He was 2 for 2 for 29 yards and a score in last week's action. Clock down to 8:40 to go here in the third. It is 2nd down and 10. Johnson to the left side of the line, trips to the right side of the formation. It is Tristan Gear in the backfield. They'll hand it off to him, runs over the left side, ran into one of his own linemen before Nick Parrish was able to get his arms around his waist and pull him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain back to the 42. So on the run, nothing for Gear on his first carry of the night. Tristan Gear is a senior on the season. That's only his 22nd carry of the night. That tells you how much this South Salem team likes to throw the ball. He does have 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. He sets up to the left of Hennon. Looks to the right side for Hennon. Going to launch it deep downfield. Has a man down there. Catch pulled in. Dragging the defender down to the 3-yard line. Big play for South Salem. Catch made. It's Nemechek deep into Roseberg territory, and it's a 1st and goal for the Saxons. They will pick up 39 yards through the air on that one to Nemechek, and it's 1st and goal. Saxons will set up on the right hash mark, shotgun with a man to his right, give it to Gear. He runs left side. He's got his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. Gear takes it in from 3 yards out, and that will add to the lead for the Saxons, 57-0. So the 39-yard pass play sets up the touchdown run. Gear gets his first. He's got all of 3 yards on the night, but he does get the 3rd quarter score. PAT unit out. The kicker again, Nathan Segura Colley, right-footed boot. This time it's blocked, no good. And Roseberg will hold the PAT off the board. 57-0 is our score. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Roseburg's offense is going to get the football with 6:38 to go in the contest. Tonight's game been brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by our friends at Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, covering all aspects of your life. Contact Allstate agent Susan Gregg at 541-672-4381. And I want to say thanks to Neal Company Real Estate. You can find available properties and rentals at nealco.com. That's Neal Company Real Estate. Friday night here in the capital city. Roseburg trailing South Salem. Roseburg will be at home coming up next week for their final home game of the regular season, homecoming night, as they get ready to host the South Medford Panthers. So hope you'll tune in and join us for that one next Friday. 7 o'clock start on that one. And we'll have pregame coverage from the field starting at about 6:45 after the Friday night pregame show, which, as always, starts at 6 o'clock here on The Score. Opportunity to catch you up with what's going on in high school football around the area, as well as get a chance to have a player profile and talk with the opposing coach for Roseburg. A short kick wobbles its way up the hash marks. Dane St. Clair will jump on it at the 30-yard line. Roseburg's offense out there on the field. We'll see who they send out there to start out this second half. It's going to be Corey Kimball leading the offense at quarterback here in the second half. Kimball, the sophomore, will be in shotgun with Caden Eckel to his left. So we'll see what Kimball can do with the offense. High snap, pulls it down, gets it to Eckel, who's able to bounce it out around the edge. Short gain, though, out to the 32. For Caden Eckel, continues to run for hard yardage. Not a lot there for him on the quick and speedy defense for South Salem. Roseburg on the offensive line. Same starters, it looks like, from the first half. Bradfield at left tackle. Got a new left guard. Reynaga still at center. Banta at right guard. And Carson Tyler at right tackle. Handed off to Reitman. He breaks through the middle. Hard running. He's going to push it to the outside. Has the first down. He's at the 50. And he is carried out of bounds as he gets into South Salem territory. We'll see where they mark him, but a first down carry for Tyler Reitman, who comes in running hard. Carries over the left side of the line out to the 42-yard line in South Salem territory. That is a 26-yard carry for Reitman. That is the longest run of the night for Roseburg. The new left guard for the Tribe is Liam McAllister, the sophomore. Low snap. Kimball pulls it in. He will pick it up and run. didn't have much of a chance to try and look for passing options on the low snap. Just had to focus on getting the football. Quickly scanned, but decided to take off right up the middle, and he squirts his way through to the 38-yard line, picking up 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Tribe. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. They'll huddle up. Eckel heads to the sideline. Reitman back in the backfield with Kimball. Could be a future pairing in the backfield for next year, with the senior Caden Eckel graduating this year. Shotgun snap here for Kimball. Reynaga sends it back. Handed off, but breaking right through the line. The South Salem defense is right there. It's Carter Elliott, the senior, that is right through the middle to stop Tyler Reitman for a loss. Back to the 41. He'll lose 3 on the carry. Sets up 3rd down and 9 now for Roseburg. Clock ticking. The clock, it's like it freezes and then it wears off, like takes 3 or 4 seconds off the clock over there. That's why I keep thinking it's not running. I look at it and it pauses and then like 3 seconds come off. It's down to 2:56 and counting here in the third quarter. 3rd and 9. Kimball looking to his right, tucks it in. Pressure coming, will not get away. Coming up to make the stop for South Salem, Damon Bossy, the junior. He'll come up with the sack for a loss of 1. And Roseburg faces 4th down and 10. That big run by Tyler Reitman looked like it might have gotten Roseburg rolling here in the third quarter, but then a couple of negative plays, and they're unable to do much. Facing 4th and 10, they bring Eckel back in, as the offense will stay on the field. St. Clair spread to the right side. You've got Austin on the left side, along with Robinson and Stedman. Kimball in shotgun has not had a lot of chances to throw. He will hand it off to Eckel. He breaks free. He's got 1st down yardage. He will stumble down to the 31-yard line. He'll pick up the 1st down and a little extra. He will get to the 31-yard line. And moves the chains on that one, an 11-yard pickup. On the run by Eckel. Pass out in the flats, caught by Robinson, but met immediately in coverage. They're making the tackle. Jace Hall on the tackle. The pass lost 4 yards back to the 34. Makes that 3-yard loss on the first completion for Kimball tonight. Clock down to a minute to play here in the third quarter. We've had the running clock, so we knew it would move quick. Just the second possession here in this third quarter. Both teams have used up the plays marching down the field. 8th play of this drive here for Roseburg. 2nd down and 14. Kimball shouting out, audible to the left side, out to the receivers over there. Looking to pass, goes on the quick option to Austin. He'll turn upfield. It gets to the 25 and is tackled there. It'll be 3rd down. He picks up 9 yards on that pass completion.
6-yard gain on the play.
Not 9 yards. What am I counting here? Down to the 25. No, that was 9 on it because it was 2nd and 14. So, yeah, 9 yards on the completion for Corey Kimball to Caden Austin. And that'll end the third quarter. 57-0. South Salem in front. We go to the final 12 minutes of tonight's ball game. When we return after this 60-second break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Start the fourth quarter. Roseburg facing 3rd down and 6. Kimball will hand it off to Eckel. Makes one man miss. Bursts out to the left side. Things open up. He gets to the 10. He's at the 5. Angles to the front pylon and in. Touchdown, Roseburg. And Caden Eckel will get a touchdown on the board for the Tribe as he breaks one loose there to start out the fourth quarter. A 25-yard run for Eckel, his second, and make that his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. And he gets Roseburg on the board here tonight. PAT unit will come out. They're missing a guy. It looks like Parrish will run on late. So Roseburg will not get shut out. They have not been shut out this season. And they will keep that streak going this year. Placement down, the kick away by Michael. A wobbly one, just gets over the crossbar and good for the PAT. So a 25-yard touchdown run for Roseburg to start out the fourth quarter. Makes it 57-7. South Salem still in front. The Saxons will have the football with 11:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're going to keep it right here. So with that 25-yard run for Caden Eckel, that'll put him at 49 yards on the night. And with that, let's see here. He will be 147 yards away from reaching 2,000 for his career. That was his 20th rushing touchdown of the season, of his career here in his 25th game. And with that, he is now closing in on his rushing total from last year for the senior all-conference selection from a year ago. So congratulations there to Caden Eckel on his 20th career rushing touchdown and closing in on getting a little bit closer to 2,000 for his career. He'll still need to find a way to chip away at that mark coming up over the next couple of games. He'll need some big ones to be able to hit that mark. And not a lot of backs get to 2,000 in a career, so that's a huge accomplishment for Caden Eckel if he can get there. So Roseburg will kick it away right to left as we start the new quarter. They flipped sides of the field. They had to remind them that was the case. I got kind of confused there for a second as well. Only had one play so far here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff will go to the 11-yard line. The return man for South Salem, a little shimmy shake to the numbers on the right side, and he gets tackled. It's the kicker, Jacob Michael, coming up to wrap up the return man for South Salem, DJ James. Penalty flag is out on the return, which made its way out to the 37. I'll wait to see what the penalty is. It's at the 44-yard line. Clock is running still. It's called a hold against the Saxons. They are walking it off here. They're going to spot the football back to the 27-yard line. So back to the 27. Is where, so from the end of the return, they'll mark the 10 yards off from there. So South Salem's offense back on the field. We've seen the backup quarterback, Benjamin Hennon, out there. And now we have a penalty flag out before the first snap. And the clock just continues to run here, down to 9.5 to go in the ball game. It's encroachment on Roseburg. So they'll move it forward for 1st and 5 as the ball will go out to the 32-yard line. Roseburg with some new names out there. We'll try to get you a run through some of these guys that are out on the field, get them their opportunity. Handoff out of the backfield. It's DJ James. Man, is he quick. He's got a first down carry out to the 50-yard line. Well, a young man can run. That's an 18-yard pickup for James. It'll be 1st and 10 from midfield. Roseburg with William Gaithers at one of the in positions. Peyton Tate in the middle of the defensive line, right breaking to the outside edge to the sideline. Cuts one back in, makes a man miss, and down the sideline. Trying to make the tackle, Reese Wambolt. Couldn't bring him down, and DJ James, the speedster, down to the 17-yard line. And that is a 32-yard run for James, as he is quickly covered 50 yards on 2 carries. Well, set up with James in the backfield with Hennon. Roseburg at middle linebacker now for the Tribe, Blake Jeffers. Jacob Michael out there, one of the linebackers. He'll try to track down James here. He slowed him down, but the Roseburg rest of the defense trying to come and help out. They couldn't bring him down at first. Now they will. James with a couple of carries here. Also in the game for Roseburg is another number. They've got some JV guys that maybe don't always travel with them here tonight, so some guys that might be getting in that seeing their first varsity action. The football gets spotted at the 8-yard line after that carry of 9 for James. And I got a feeling they're going to ride him here, just try to get him into the end zone. So some numbers out there that I don't know if I know everybody's names. I apologize on that. I love to give everybody the attention they deserve. Handoff, and Roseburg, they were ready for it this time. They meet James in the backfield. He'll get dropped back to the 10-yard line, a loss of 2. I believe Dre Burwell getting in on the stop on that one. Tackle for loss back to the 10, a loss of 2. And it is 3rd down and short for the Saxons. Also out there, Colby Batchelor at one of the end positions for Roseburg. He comes off the end, gets blocked, but they send once again, getting into the backfield. Burwell helping make the stop as James goes down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 3rd down. And so it's 4th down now and 2 yards to go. There are whistles. So the clock down to 6:14 to play here. And it looks as if South Salem moving backwards. Personal foul, a blindside block on South Salem, so they're going to back up here. They're going to replay 3rd down, so that last play doesn't count. So from the 10-yard line, they'll back him up. So 15-yarder back to the 25. And they will now have 3rd down and long. The ball at the 25. They've got to get it to the 8 for the first down. 17 to go here. James will get the handoff. Bounces outside, but will not escape. And Roseburg coming up with the stop in the backfield. William Gaithers getting there, the senior getting a chance to get the TFL. Drops James all the way back to the 26-yard line, a loss of 1. And it is 4th down and 18, 5:07 and counting here in the 4th quarter. The offense going to stay on the field. One of the deep men back there, Reese Wambolt in at a safety position. Give it to James, bursts up the middle, trying to get to the edge, uses speed, has a blocker to help him. He gets to the 5. He's at the goal line, hit hard, but he hangs on to the football and has the touchdown on 4th down and 18. Touchdown for DJ James on 4th down. And James will get the score and put South Salem over 60 points here tonight. 26-yard run. PAT unit out. The snap is too high. It gets tipped to the kicker. He's going to try to muscle his way in, but gets dropped at the 5. And so the run is no good. It'll be 63-7. South Salem still in front. 3:58 to go in the ball game. Roseberg another shot to try and put some more points up on the board. We'll come back. A 30-second break here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
New to town, starting a new chapter in life, or settling down, the Neal Company Real Estate can help keep your property thriving. Serving the Umpqua Valley for 40 years, we manage commercial properties, apartments, houses, and storage units. Handling everything from maintenance to tenant screening, emergency services, and more, we are committed to maximizing owners' profitability while maintaining high-quality housing for tenants. Discover cost-effective, accurate, and efficient property management with the Neal Company Real Estate.
Fourth quarter action here from Roseburg High School, from South Salem High School. Roseburg and South Salem squaring off. It's been all South Salem here tonight. The first place team in the conference has been proving that they are ready for a postseason run here. They have definitely been dominant tonight. They're looking to improve on their first round exit from a year ago. Coming up in the postgame show, we'll take a quick look at your stats. We'll get you a quick run through some of the scores that we have, and we will name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game, so stay tuned for that here coming up. Kickoff away, a dribbler to the 30, jumped on by Nick Parrish. And Roseburg will have the football at their own 32-yard line. Next week, it will be Roseburg and South Medford. Hope you can join us for that broadcast coming up. A final home game of the regular season for the Tribe. And we get a new man out there at quarterback. Aiden Nutter is going to get a chance to play here tonight. The first time we said that name, Nutter, a sophomore. I think I saw him throwing at practice the other day. He's got a good size to him. I don't have height and weight listed for him, but he's got some size to him. He's only a sophomore, along with Corey Kimball, also a sophomore. So we're getting some JV guys, really some action here. Handoff by Nutter up the middle, the carry by Blake Jeffers. And Jeffers carries out to the 33, a pickup of 1 on his first carry at the varsity level. So Jeffers getting 1 on first down, second down and 9. The clock under 3 minutes to play here, down to about 2.5 to go. The home crowd still here hanging out, looking forward to celebrating. Another win for the Saxons, looking to go to 7-0 on the year. Nutter in shotgun with 2 backs to either side of him. He'll turn in, keeper for him. He goes over the right side, takes on contact as he falls across the 35. I'll put him at the 36.5. He'll pick up 3. So new guys getting a chance to put some stats on the board at the varsity level. They'll make me have to work on my stat keeping form for next week. Have to put some new entry names in there. Back to the line. Here comes the offense. Third down for Roseburg. 6 yards to go with 1:45 left to play. 3 targets to the left side of the offense. High snap. Nutter looking to pass. Has some time. Now he's going to take off up the middle. Tucks it in. Lowers the shoulder. And he's not going to get much past the line of scrimmage. They'll put him out to the 39-yard line, picking up 3 on the scramble. And it is now 4th down for Roseburg. So the offense looks like it's going to stay out there. Scanning to Noah Nelson, a receiver out there on the field for Roseburg at this point in time. Another number I just caught a glimpse of. McLean Terry spreads out to the far side of the field. 4th down and 4 for Roseburg. Nutter, design run, carries over the right side, takes contact, stretching. He's close. It's going to be interesting to see if they give it to him or not. They're going to say 1st down as he gets to the 42. Picks up 3 on the carry for Nutter. And he will move the chains, and Roseburg will wear off the clock here down to 30 seconds to go. The rains have started to subside, just a little bit of haze hanging in the area as tonight will come to a close for Roseburg and South Salem. 63-7 our score, 18 seconds to go. Roseburg looks like they'll run one more play. Trips to the left side, one man in the backfield with Nutter. Keeps it himself over the right side. Lowers as he takes on contact. Out to the 45-yard line. Picks up 3. And that is going to do it. Final score here tonight, 63-7. The South Salem Saxons will get the win and improve to 7-0 on the year. And Roseburg will fall to 1-6 on the season for South Salem. That'll be a new season high with 63 points tonight, beating their mark that they hit last week against McNary. And Roseburg avoids the shutout with a 4th quarter touchdown run by Caden Eckel. We'll take a 2-minute break so we can get together some thoughts as they launch some fireworks from the parking lot over there to celebrate homecoming night. And the South Salem Saxons will get a chance to celebrate a win. Final score again, 63-7. We'll come back after this 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google-certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on The Score.
This broadcast is presented by
Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union,
Roseburg Honda,
BTB Moving, Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, and also by Dr. Ullenson Randall, DC Farmers Co-op, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Roseburg Disposal,
Tim's Appliance and Mattress,
Abby's Pizza, and Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair.
Tough one tonight for the Roseburg Indians. They fall 63-7 against one of the most explosive offenses in the 6A classification. We'll run through some of tonight's action for you here real quick. It was a big first half for South Salem, as you'd expect. They led 51-0 at halftime. It was 16-0 at the end of the first quarter, but they would tack on, boy, what is that? 35 points in the second quarter for the 51-0 lead at the break. That meant a running clock in the second half. We did not have very many plays. It was 57-0 at the end of three as South Salem would get a touchdown run in the third quarter by Tristan Gear. And then Roseburg would finally break the goose egg in the fourth quarter. On the first play of the fourth quarter, a 25-yard run by Caden Eckel to find the end zone. The PAT by Jacob Michael was good, and it was 57-7 at that point in time. And South Salem would add a touchdown on a fourth down play to the house for DJ James, a 26-yarder. The snap was bobbled. They tried to run in the extra point, no good. 63-7, your final score. Some unofficial stats here tonight. I've got Owen Bentia for 72 yards and an interception through the air. Leading receivers, let's see here. 26 yards for Dane St. Clair, 22 for Caden Austin, 20 for McLean Stedman. On the ground, 49 yards for Caden Eckel and the touchdown. 12 yards on the carry for Aiden Nutter, who came in. He had 4 carries for 3 yards each and tallies 12 yards. Tyler Reitman came in, 5 carries, 39 yards on the night for him as well. Corey Kimball was 2 for 2 through the air for a total of 6 yards here this evening. On the other side, for South Salem, Ethan Palmatier continues his outstanding senior season, 263 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air tonight for Palmatier. 2 of them to Esteban Mendez, 1 to Eli Johnson. On the ground, Palmatier had 2 rushing touchdowns. DJ James gets 1. Noah Scherer had 1, and Tristan Gear with a rushing touchdown in there as well. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for your Roseburg Indians. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Find them at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. And check out Mountain Mike's for dinner. Maybe this weekend pick up a pizza to watch some of that great college football action going on. Tonight it's a defensive player. We're going to give the award to Caden Luther. In the first half, he came through with some really big pressure on the quarterback in that first half. I think it kind of led to a slow start in the first quarter for South Salem. Unfortunately, the Saxons just too much firepower to hold down for too long. But Caden Luther helping put some pressure on early on in this one. He is tonight's Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Taking a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update. Let's see here. We've got a final on Sutherland tonight on I-101 FM. Dan Bain had the call, 41-20. Sutherland gets the win over Phoenix. That is a big win there for the Bulldogs. Earlier tonight as well, Oakland getting a 28-7 win over Bandon Pacific in a battle of top 10 teams. Other final scores, Riddle lost to Powers 64-18. Elkton, number 8 in six-man football, gets a win over North Lake to stay undefeated 40-20. Days Creek wins a South County battle against Glendale 34-12. Last update we had 55-40. Illinois Valley leading North Douglas Yoncalla, but the War Eagles, with 4:29 left to go in the fourth quarter, the War Eagles had recovered an onside kick, trailing by 2 scores. So we'll see if they can mount the comeback late in that one. Let's see here. North Valley, with 2:40 left to go in that ball game, was leading 39-13 over Douglas. Another local score for you there. Didn't have any updates on the South Umpqua score to pass along to you, nor did I have anything. South Umpqua at Coquille, Glide hosting Reedsport tonight. Don't have any updates on those ones to send along to you here tonight. From the Southwest Valley Conference, Special District 1, last we knew, Sheldon was winning 21-3 over North Medford in the fourth quarter. Looking like they would stay undefeated in league. South Medford was beating Grants Pass 33-7 in the third quarter. And at halftime, it was West Salem leading McNary 28-7. That is going to do it for your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard. If you've got a move coming out of town, well, reach out to BTB Moving. They provide the labor services for your moving needs. BTB Moving, a veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful company. Their senior and veteran discounts available, so book now at 541-315-0122, or you can find them on Facebook. That's BTB Moving. Tough one tonight for the Roseburg Indians. They'll try to regroup this next week and get ready for South Medford on homecoming night coming up next Friday night. That's a 7 o'clock kick, and we'll have it for you here on the Score. I want to say thanks to the South Salem Saxons for hosting us here tonight, and Athletic Director Brian Armstrong for helping set us up with a fantastic spot to broadcast from here tonight. Appreciate all the hospitality. They were great hosts here this evening. I want to say thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue and the Roseburg football program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg football here on the Score. Want to say thanks to Jacob Lindsay for helping out with the video production here on site tonight, running the camera for us. Did a great job. Really appreciate it. Nice young man. Great to meet him here in the Salem area. And thanks to Joe Glover for helping set that one up. I know he'll never hear that one, but thanks to him anyways. Back in the studio, thanks to Maddie Wormwood for running the radio production here tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll talk to you next Friday when Roseburg welcomes in the South Medford Panthers for homecoming night. Looking forward to all the festivities from Finlay Field. It should be a good one. That'll probably also be senior night, as it's the final home game of the regular season for Roseburg. So we hope you can tune in and celebrate the Roseburg Indians, their seniors, and the homecoming traditions. We'll have that for you. Pre-game coverage starts with the Friday night pregame show at 6 o'clock, getting you ready for all the high school football coming up in the Umpqua Basin. And then at 6:45, we head to the field for your live Roseburg disposal pregame show for kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's Roseburg and South Medford next week. Catch the action streaming live online at 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.